What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Dev back again for another vinyl video. Now, I'm a bit behind. I owe you guys 2 vinyl. I still actually owe you guys 3 vinyl videos because I owe you guys this month, last month, and the one that I missed because when I started my videos, I didn't actually do it. So I owe you guys 3 vinyl videos, but I had the Astro World shirt on, and I was kind of thinking about which vinyl I wanted to do next, and it made sense, you know, might as well just do. Let me get that thumbnail. Travis Scott's Rodeo. Now, if you guys don't know how these vinyl vids work, basically I'm unboxing, I'm unpacking the vinyls, and I'm giving my backstory of, you know, how the album really hit me, you know, my kind of stories towards them. Like, this is nothing really too professional, too serious for a lot of people that's, oh, open the vinyl, open it. Shut the fuck up. Press that X button, get the fuck out of here. You know, I'm kind of just... You know, there's a lot of stories for me, man. When I listen to music, man, there's a lot of things that go into play whenever I get a vinyl, whenever music connects to me. I feel like whenever a song comes on, if you can connect and tie a memory to that, then that song or that album or that artist automatically becomes a big part of your life. Whether it's something funny, whether it's something crazy, something sad, something happy. If you can always tie a memory to a track, then I feel like that's what makes music good. Because at the end of the day, you know, music is subjective. It's what you like. It's what you feel. It's whatever you want to think. You know, we all have our own minds. That's what makes us human. And I feel like a lot of people just put so much emphasis nowadays on music and what is good and what is not good and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. When in reality, you should kind of just enjoy what you really enjoy and not really care about what the next person thinks. Now, Rodeo, man. I gotta say, man. For me, this album was crazy because this was kind of just the solidification, just the album that I would say put Travis Scott on the map to the masses, similar to what My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy did for Kanye West to a lot of mainstream fans. When I say mainstream fans, I'm not saying that, you know, it's a cool thing or a bad thing to be a fan later on in his career, but, you know, I'm one of those fans that came from, you know, the upper echelon days. You know, Al Farrow. I'm one of the people that came from days before Rodeo. I was there, and it was kind of just... I was curious to see what direction Travis Scott was going to go in at that time. I remember I didn't initially like Travis Scott, right? I was like, what is the hype about Travis Scott? I usually actually... Funny story is, I used to think that Travis Scott and... what was the dude that made... Go ahead and do it. All that ass in the... Not Waka Flocka, but the dude that was doing the chorus. I used to think that was the actual Travis. The same Travis dude that, you know, made that music. You know, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Like, I thought that was the same dude who was making this Rodeo shit. Or days before Rodeo shit. So, I didn't really want to, like, listen to all that. Why is everybody going crazy saying he's the next one up when... This dude's been out for a while, and he doesn't make anything as groundbreaking as people are saying it because bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. It's not a great track. It's definitely an ass banger, but it's not a great track. Come to my surprise, I sit there, I listen to it, you know, I sit there, listen to Days Before Rodeo, and I listen to Skyfall, I listen to Mamacita, I listen to Quintana, like, I'm saying, like, all these tracks gave me kind of this dark vibe, and I don't want to bring up the feelings that really make me feel when I'm listening to Travis Scott, but that was a very dark time in my life. I believe that was 2016 or it was 2015, either 2015 or 2016, but it was a dark time in my life, and I was kind of going through it, so listening to Days Before Rodeo kind of brought a lot of those emotions out, brought a lot of those feelings out, and I'm kind of just sitting there like, yo, this could be something special. You know, we haven't got you know, a screamer like this in a while, or a guy that has this much energy in a while, and I feel like he can actually take over the game. Boy, did we know. Boy, little did I know. Not we. Little did I know that he was going to be the Travis Scott that we know of today. Now, I just remember the album, man. For me, man, like listening to it, man. The track that I say what threw me off was when I first listened to it was Oh My This Side. I think that's the track that really caught everybody. Like the transitions, him using the kind of the old synths, the very old 80s sounds. You know, like I wanna be your man, computer love type shit. I think that was pretty interesting, man, coming from an artist like him. They said that Travis Scott was always known as a trap artist, and I really didn't think that he was a trap artist, but he was kind of just the new age trap. I believe at that time too, when we got Rodeo, we also got What a Time to Be Live, and that year we also got What a Time to Be Alive, if you're reading this is too late, I believe, came out that year. Maybe it came out in 2016, 2014. I'm trying to think. I know What a Time to Be Alive came out around the same time. And Dirty Sprite 2 also came out that year. So it was definitely a crazy year, man. I was living in Tampa. We were, not in Tampa, but we were living on the outskirts of Tampa. I was in a bachelor pad. We had a 6-bedroom. It was 4 of my best friends. We had a 6-bedroom. We threw all the bangers. And I just remember, man, this coming on, man. Oh My This Side was already the lead single. And then when I was kind of by myself feeling the vibe, 90210 was, you know, my favorite track at the time. As you guys know, as I always preach, Impossible Now is my favorite track. I'll explain that in a moment. But 90210 was the other track that kind of caught me off guard. Honestly, I didn't know it was Chantel Jeffries that was doing the Honestly. God bless. That's my favorite part of the album. Even though Impossible is my favorite track, I just think that was a nice touch, having her do kind of just those little ad-libs, and it kind of stuck forever. That's kind of a legendary moment, because you got to think about it, for her career or whatever she's doing now, she will always be known as, or always can be known as, the girl that was doing the ad-libs on Playboy, not Playboy, Rent Free, goddamn Rent Free. Right, I ain't got Rent Free, but that lives in Travis Scott's Rodeo album. So I thought that was pretty cool. The art, I didn't really agree with the art, man. You know, I don't really like the doll shit that he always has going on. The, you know, action figures. What was that one movies with the Gorgons and the Commandos? Y'all know what I'm talking. Toy soldiers. I really didn't like. You know, I don't really like the art like that. So the art for me is really not that much, but just kind of how the album is tied with me, man. I just think that's what's so perfect about it. Let's just open this, man. I've been doing a lot of talking, man. Let's just open it, man. I always have a hard time always opening these. Shiza. Like a tiger now. Like a tiger now. So I always have a hard time opening these, man. It's kind of just like, let's see. Definitely looks, you know what's crazy? When I actually get this wall a little clearer, see how you see the glare and whatnot? Like, what happens is when I actually take the plastics off, the reason I keep the plastics on, because I had this video idea to actually open my vinyls for my Patreons as well. So you guys can thank Patreon. But I wanted to kind of just do it for, you know, I wanted to save it. And my wall is definitely going to get a little bit more, less glary once I take all the wrappers off. But yeah, man, we can, this is a little good. I got a little damage on the side, but it's all good. You know, I'm not stressed by it. Sooner or later, they're going to get damaged. You know, we see the Travis Scott in the front, looking crazy as a doll. We got the track list in the back. Sincerely, T. I don't actually include deluxe versions as well. I know a lot of you guys really like to include deluxe versions, but for me, man, the album stops right at Apple Pie, and that's how the album ended. Apple Pie was definitely a banger that we played in a lot of parties. Let's just go through the album right quick, man. Before we actually, no, we'll open it for a little bit, man, and then we'll just kind of just, you know, let that. Kind of cool. What else is in there? I know something else is in there. Okay, what is it? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Sorry. Go. We are finally enter the unique code to claim your MP3 download of this album. That's fine. That's probably some back in the day shit, because a nigga do got Apple Music. But yeah, man, this is kind of cool, man. 2 sides, as you can see. Very interesting. Has all the stuff. I have not done a Rodeo throwback. Maybe, okay, you know what? 3K likes will maybe, I always say that. 3K likes, though, we'll do Rodeo before 2020 is over. I am going to do it on a Patreon exclusive and then release it on YouTube later. But 3,000 likes, you know, or close to 2,000 likes, we'll expeditiously push that shit out, and we can tell. But this is kind of cool, man. All these tracks, man. I want to say the one sleeper track that I listened to on this album that I must say. So he has his picture of him right here. And then he has Rodeo right here. I think that's pretty cool, man. I think the one thing that I must say, too, is like, the track that caught me off guard that everybody used to sleep on, man, was I Can Tell. I Can Tell was the track that I used to always play when I wanted to get hyped, when I wanted to get, you know, excited, and I wanted to jump around. I played I Can Tell, man. A lot of tracks that I still skip to this day that you guys might hate. I used to always skip Impossible. I skipped Flying High. Not Flying High. What's the track with, what's his name? Wasted featuring Juicy J. I did not like that track at all. That was definitely a skip for me at all times. Definitely grown on me, but not as much as I like it. But there's only and Nightcrawler, sometimes I skip it. After Sway Lee's verse, I tend to skip Nightcrawler. Piss on Your Grave was another underrated track on the album that you would have to kind of just enjoy it over time. But Impossible, man, we'll talk about it. Hold on, we'll talk about that in a minute. I just want to see what these vinyls look like, or they're just kind of just normal. I know a lot of, okay, that's kind of cool. I know a lot of people probably going crazy like, Dad, you touching the blur part, Dad. Such a hype beast, Dad. You touching it, Dad. Man, I think it's the same one, right? It has to be the same one, I would say. Yeah, same one. Got a little art on there, you know, head on flat. Okay, got the track titles on the front as well. That's kind of cool. Side A, so there we go. I don't want to pull it out too much, but yeah, man, that's kind of cool, man. For me, man, Impossible is now my favorite track on the album and one of my favorite tracks of Travis Scott of all time, top 5. If you had to ask me, when you ask me, people always ask me why I love Impossible as much as I do. I think when you really listen to it, it was kind of the R&B, the slower side of Travis Scott. And when you really listen to the album, it sounds like he's very druggy and very, you know, very dark. And I feel like that was kind of why it grew on me, because I did love the old Days Before Rodeo, Upper Echelon, Al Farrell days of Travis Scott. But I think that what really happened to me, was I was drunk as fuck, and I was sitting passenger, and my friends were playing the album. We get to the end, and I'm kind of listening to the lyrics, and you know me, you the one, you the best. You the one I call when I'm stressed. So this whole time throughout the album, like, he's basically going through these emotions of sadness and you know, wanting a significant other, and basically let's get away and do the impossible. And when you actually listen to the track, man, it's basically him crying out, essentially. But you can't really hear it, because after what you heard all throughout the album, you know, he was perfectly normal throughout the album. So I just feel like that track right there is just different from everything that we've heard on. Damn, this shit don't want to go in. Sheesh. I think the album is just different from everything that we've heard on Rodeo, and I feel like that track right there, especially with the beat, and yeah, rosters rolling and bends up in here. Have no fear, you raw out here. I'm gonna let you know that the man is for real. Yeah, for real. Far from here. That's my shit, bro. So I just love that, man. I know a lot of y'all really don't like to hear my story times about it, man. I've had so many parties that we've had and we enjoyed, man. Like, I have so many memories with my friends. It's just one of those tracks, one of those albums where it was just played so much that year in 2015 or 2016, where I just remember all being through Bush Boulevard, all throughout Tampa, going to Soho, going to South Howard, going to Ybor, clubbing all the time, you know, fucking bitches, you know, kind of just, you know, doing all that shit, you know, being a young 25, 24-year-old, right? And I feel like, you know, doing that, you know, that for me, man, that album is solidified always, no matter if I think Astroworld is better or not. I just feel like Rodeo is always going to have that replay value for me, and it's always going to have that staple in my life where I was basically a young adult, I would like to say, a young adult, and I'm still a young adult now, but being a younger adult, kind of just going into that new lifestyle, moving into a bachelor pad, friend's house, bitches, parties, drinks, you know, working out. You know, I felt like that time was a great special time, and I feel like a lot of Rodeo was played as well. And, you know, I remember Goosebumps was also on here as well. So Goosebumps was another track on here that I always forget about. Yeah, Goosebumps was on here, right? Yeah, I'm not tripping, right? No, Antidote. Goosebumps. Antidote was on here. Yeah. Okay, I'm tripping. Antidote was on. I get up. No, Goosebumps was another. Antidote was. Goosebumps was on my. What the fuck? My beautiful. Not beautiful. God damn. Fuck. Get it right. Got Tourette's there. Get it together. Hold on. Birds in the Trap singing night. That's what it was on. And then Antidote. Don't you open up that window. Okay, I remember. And we used to motherfucking get. I was still smoking at the time. Yeah, I was still smoking a little bit at the time. So, yeah, man, just an amazing time throughout life, man. And I gotta say, man, I know a lot of y'all don't like hearing my stories, but I just had to share that with y'all. And alright, we gonna fuck it. Alright, but get in the comments below, man. Let me know what's your favorite part of Rodeo. Let me know what was your favorite tracks. Let me know which tracks you disliked. Let me know how you feel about my favorite track being Impossible. I know a lot of you guys love these, kind of like enjoy these vinyl videos. Thank you guys for my Patreons out there, man. It's going crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I tell you guys, I'm very transparent when it comes to it, man. You guys changed my life with the Patreon. I make anywhere between $4,500 and $7,000 a month just from Patreon. So I can't name all the Patreons right now, but I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys, man. You guys are definitely a life changer right there. So I continue to do these kind of videos, Discord videos. I kind of do vinyl videos now. I'm trying to start doing my top 5s, trying to get into a schedule. I can be very lenient on what I want to do now because now I am financially free to do whatever the fuck I want. And it's a great feeling as a creator. So just get a comment box below, man. Again, if you guys want the Rodeo video expeditiously, 2,000 to 3,000 likes on the video. We'll see, depending on how it's received, and we'll keep it like that, man. Again, not too much editing on here. Everything is usually straight raw. I kind of just like to be very natural on camera, even when I fuck up. This is kind of this is not being professional. This is me just kind of talking to you guys about music and how I feel about certain shit. So we'll keep it like that, man. Until next time, it's been my Dev. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm so me, what you here. Until next time, we out. Peace.